Hello everyone and welcome to the Moonshadow Mystery channel. As always, I'm your rainbow-eyed bug bunny host, Compound Eyes, better known to one and all on this channel and within the hive as the rainbow-eyed bug pony, better known to you as Moonshadow Mystery the Changeling. Moonshadow the Changeling. And today we're going to be doing another episode of Moonshadow Plays / Moonshadow Explores Fallout 4. And today we're going to be doing so in my base character, named after my real world counterpart. Now I was tempted to go into the Raider build because there's some things we could explore there as well. But at the same time, though, we'll probably cover some of the things that I've not covered yet that I have installed, side quests and things, more on the Holstein side of things. That being said, I will be returning to recording some more of that in the near future, as well as some other new content. But if you have any suggestions for content you'd like to see featured on this channel, let me know and I'll see if I either have it to be able to do it, or if I can somehow get a hold of it. Let's get out of the hay and into the fray. While this is loading, I am still unfortunately not able to figure out what's going on with the webcam system. I have recorded a few of our Xbox 360 videos via the webcam system because I'm not sure how to record by connecting the system to my computer just yet. If anyone has tips for that, let me know, please and thank you. But yes, I managed to get it work once. That was the first time in a long time I've managed to get that specific webcam to work as it's supposed to. And unfortunately, I've not managed to get it to work again since. So hopefully I can either find another way of doing those same pieces of content, or otherwise get the webcam working again, because I very much wanted to do more Tenchu Z. I actually tried to record the female, the Kunoichi side of that playthrough. My female counterpart. Monthly shows on Xbox account. Kunotoras01 or Black Tiger 01. But unfortunately, it failed. So, in order to try and get things back into the Fallout side of things a little bit, and just to keep the content flowing on the channel, we're doing Moonshadow Explorers, and there's a few things that can show off. For those of you who were tuning in for my reviews, I am sincerely sorry that I've not done more of those lately, especially since Season 8 is back in full swing. I am caught up with episodes. I did do somewhat of a mini review via the Twitter account and more extensively on the Facebook group page. If you want to go check that out, feel free to do so. It should be open access. If you have any issues with that, let me know and I'll see if I can help you out. And yes, that is moving power armor. We have some mods, and we discovered these mods by watching Oxhorn's video on the most recent, one of the most recent Creation Club content videos for his Oxhorn's Mod Musters thing for the Sentinel AI power armor. This one is from Nexus Mods. It is basically an AI power armor autopilot, and you can have up to 3 of them. We have 3 here, all of them in Brotherhood to match, well, myself of course, as I am back to sporting one of my favorite legendary armor setups. Over here, of course, we have Piper. We gave her a purple power armor helmet light, and hers is a bit of a mashup of different types. On this build, I married power armor through another Nexus Mods mod. Her armor is a composition of T45, T51, and T60 armors. All these 3 are T60. And one of them is Night marked. The other one, well, 2 of them are Night marked, I think. The other one is might be Paladin, or maybe they're Initiate and that one's Night. I don't remember. Of course, we have the power armor dog bots, and I gave it a red light to follow and be able to find it easier, and that thing keeps disappearing. This is the Nexus Mods AI power armor, the Patriot. It is fully voiced, minus a few lines of dialogue, which are unfortunately not voiced. This is the base power armor. I just gave it a... It was kind of rusted out, so I gave it a standard military paint scheme. It includes a usable location, which can be used as a player home, and its own quest. It's actually really nice. Hopefully you can all hear it all right.
Not right now. Affirmative.
Now, I actually have a set of paint that I could have put on there to really add home the Patriot theme, and I may do that later as we get around to some of the other things. Not much has changed here, although last time I was in here, and I was in here testing some of these new mods following the last Holstein episode, the Deathclaws changed yet again. Last time you saw the Deathclaws, they were mostly glowing with a couple of chameleons. When I was logged in last time, we had a Matriarch in Alpha, a blue Deathclaw, which I believe is what they call a painted Deathclaw. I don't know for a fact. There was the Savage Deathclaw and a Mythic Deathclaw. So last time we were here, they had a hierarchy going with their scheme. I'll turn the headlamp off. I'm going down. It probably ain't been enough time. I'm going down here to check on my cages. I attempted to, and I have found out that certain creatures do not get along well. This is a ghoul cage, but the ghoul attacked the super mutant hound that was in that one. And it also killed a rad roach that was nesting out of the insect one. There's a cat roaming around here somewhere, and I think that one's for a dog, but it's not really got anything yet. Surprisingly enough, a lot of your predatory creatures, the ones with a high aggressive rate, such as Mireworks, Deathclaws, and Yaoguai, regardless if you have them set up as enemies with the arena set up or not, will attack one another. I believe this is one of our savages. It's missing one of its horns. For the most part, they all tend to gather together at the building every once in a while, but then they kind of scatter and just go their own separate ways. I did mention a Mirework King here and a Yaoguai. They ended up attacking the Deathclaw. I ended up having to put an end to that. The Deathclaws have left the Brahmin alone. I console commanded them in just to see if they would do anything. They leave them alone, and they've actually been leaving my robots alone. So they've honestly made really good guard dogs. I've not had any issues whatsoever with, random Deathclaws showing up despite the whole way the cage system is set up. Yeah, this is a standard Deathclaw. I believe that was probably what was either the Mythic or the blue one, and now unfortunately it is back to normal. I say unfortunately because I really liked the blue one. It had a nice, bright, vibrant color scheme to it. That's our Matriarch. You can always tell the Matriarch because their horns go out to the side, which I believe is so that they can defend themselves during what I'm assuming is a very brutal mating process, which I'm sure is why a lot of Deathclaws actually get scars on them, is either from attacking Yaoguai or from fighting each other for mating, as is typical for a lot of predatory animals, especially gators, Komodo dragons. A lot of your large predatory lizards tend to get very aggressive in the mating process. It's not really important, but it is a nice little detail that they add that it really adds to the believability from a genetic standpoint. a biological standpoint. There's our alpha. You can always tell them because their horns go forward and up, like kind of like a ram's or a bison's. There's really nothing special here that's been added other than a couple of extra death claws. And unfortunately, I can't find the... Yeah, I didn't have any extra power armor in here. Let me take a look here, because you saw on Holstein episode 9, if you watched it, we had... we had gone to fight Rar. We lost. We came close to winning, but we lost. I actually did defeat Rar on this build. Barely, though. Because some of the other mods I've got actually make creatures level up even more than normal. So... there's that. Unfortunately, because I'm in power armor, I can't show... well, I can. I just can't show it equipped to me. Let me see if I can find the Fist of Rar. Unfortunately, you cannot get the legendary variant, the Fist of the North Rar, which was something you had if you had the Wild Wastelands perk. Let me see, how do I... right, inspect. Give it a second. As you can see, it looks virtually identical to the Fallout 3 Deathclaw Gauntlet and the Fallout 4 Fist of Rar, with the exception of having updated textures. It's very nice. I actually like this look a whole lot better than the current Deathclaw Gauntlet design. Although when you see it like this, you can see why the design's that way, especially if you upgrade it for the third claw. But this just looks cooler. The hide would offer better protection. And honestly, more claws equals more damage in my opinion. So I just really like that. And if you notice, the Fist of Rar has a 192 damage, a medium speed, a hefty 12-pound weight, but it has a 25% critical chance legendary effect, a 25% extra damage legendary critical effect, and a 25% chance crippling effect. So it makes it really nice. I believe I can... no, that's just a regular Deathclaw Gauntlet. Yeah, you can actually craft a variant of the Deathclaw Gauntlet using, I believe it's the Chemical Station. But I have a regular one, if I can find it. I don't remember if I gave it a special name, though. I believe I can sort these, but I don't remember what it sorts them by. Like, I don't remember if it sorted them by type, caliber, or anything like that. So if I can find the Deathclaw Gauntlet in general, I'll be able to find it. I just wanted to show you for comparison. I'm sure all of you have seen it. Whoa, what happened? There it is. Fist of Rar is not showing here, but that's okay. Oh, it's sorted by damage, okay. I wasn't even paying attention to that. I thought it was sorted by name. But yeah, I really was hoping they would be side by side so you could see the difference here. But as you can see, compared to the previous version, the older versions, and the one added by that mod, which used the actual... oh, hold on. I didn't even realize I had the radio on here still. I don't want issues with that. There we go. But the original one, which uses leather straps and where most of the bones are removed from the actual hide of the Deathclaw's claw to create the gauntlet itself, this one takes the bones out, removes the hide, which I think was a mistake, just from, a defensive standpoint, and they fuse them together using metal bracings around a padded cuff, which gives you something to grip on and gives you a fairly comfortable hold. And as opposed to the natural formation of the claws, they reposition them for maximum damage. I believe this is taken from the left claw, even though you're wearing it on the right because of the position of the claws and the bones. Whereas you could see on the other one, which you can tell definitively is the right claw. Oh no, I was wrong. That is an attention to detail that I would have missed because I thought the claws got shorter as you move from, the outside where the thumb appendage would be to the inside. To the inside to the outside, and I was wrong. So they paid incredibly close attention to detail, but you can see the big difference. I don't believe these ones have any, upgrade abilities because they operate outside the realm of the base game. And hold on, I gotta change. I think music just applies to ambient music. I need like noise. I'm weird that way. A little tidbit I did learn though recently while testing some of these mods for the first time. And this has nothing to do with mods, this just has to do with the base game itself. Vertibird pilots don't give a crap about like anything. Like, I noticed, and it scared the ever-living crap out of me, they will literally fly through trees, buildings, and anything else that just happens to be in the middle of their flight path. The AI is not designed to go around it. And it scared the ever-living crap out of me because we were flying like straight for a power line, and then we landed through one of the, the interstate bridges. Just, God. If I'd have been filming that, I almost wish I was, because it probably was funny, but... Alright, we are going to go to Lexington for a moment, because you can see we have the paper mirror quest marked. I've already gotten the rewards from it, minus finding Silas at the laundromat and having failed to kill Ivy, and that's because I let her live. We're just going to go ahead and round this out just to get some action going. And hopefully we don't get any infinite load screens. That is an issue I deal with every once in a while, and it is very annoying. It requires a full, closing the thing down and letting it sync and all that, and it is just very irritating. When we get done, and I'll try and remember to link the mod muster video for Oxhorn for the Sentinel mod, and for those of you who are curious, in the video description. I say try because I may forget to do so. Hopefully I won't. But it's really cool because he shows off these in more detail. He goes more into the lore ramifications of them. I really like the Patriot, specifically as far as Nexus mods go, because they took the time to tie it in to the lore of the world in a believable manner. Again, I'm not going to go too far into it because it's really best enjoyed from a first-person perspective. And I'll be honest, I've been to Lexington before. I've explored a lot of what Lexington has to offer. But I never once realized that there was, in fact, a laundromat here. And that was probably just from, you know, not paying enough attention. What was that? I could have swore I heard the ground move. Okay. I didn't even know there was a behemoth around. Oh wait, yeah I did. Yeah I did. Yeah I did. Oh! Hit me in the face, you douche. Wow! Oh, gee, that caught me off guard. Fortunately for me, I have a mod that makes power armor worn by my companions invincible, so that it doesn't get destroyed. Now, the Patriot's armor doesn't get destroyed anyway. I believe the same goes for the Sentinel from the Creation Club. I was curious if it would actually affect these, because they're not like a main game companion. I didn't know if it would work on mod companions, and apparently it does, because these have endured a lot, and they haven't even gotten like remotely damaged. And the same goes for Pipers. So I am very grateful for that. That means I don't have to worry about repairs. Which more importantly means I ain't got to worry about trying to forward repairs. I usually console command on this build money anyway when I need it. It's cheating, I know, but sue me. I've never been in here, and I remember hearing something about there being bones and some weird random stuff to it. I have no frame of reference for any of that. Apparently I just bypassed a lot of little things up until now, which is fine. I mean, that means that there's lots of little things I missed before that I won't miss now, and I get disoriented so bad anymore. Aw, I didn't even get to kill them. But yeah, the quest for this, and I have to agree with Oxhorn on it, the quest for the paper mirror is really lore-breaking. I mean, it's intriguing. It has some interesting aspects to it. But just in the grand scheme of it all, it is lore-breaking. However, the one for the sun gun, I believe he said was actually really nice. It tied in nicely, utilized the environment fairly well. That's always good when they can take the time to tie it in not well like that. Well, we are pretty much done here. I have no interest in going back into the Super Duper Mart. So let me see if we have any quests. No. Well, that's okay. For those who didn't know before, and I don't know if this is part of the base game or if this was added with RAR's mod quest from Nexus Mods or not, but the decayed reactor site where RAR can be found is directly northwest of the crater of Adam. That's some rocky terrain. You're better off going southwest from the Atlantic offices or the K21B center, just in the grand scheme of it all. As far as ease of access. But we're going down here to the R&D lab bunker. Now this was added by the mod for the Patriot, and strangely enough, it didn't give me a quest marker to find it. It literally just let me go straight to it via fast travel, even though I'd never been there before. I guess because I've been all over down here before, and it just figured, And I guess the mod is set to analyze your map to see where all you've explored, and I guess by process of elimination it figured, well, I've been all over here, so. Whereas opposed to the one located near the cave system for the Nexus Mods Hellfire Armor didn't even have a physical marker, and it was really hard to find. I believe you all saw me find that one, actually. And we'll go and look at some things because I've got some new stuff for the power armor anyway. We're going to go here just so you can see it. Now for Oxhorn and for me both, when we first discovered this facility, we got ambushed by like high level rad scorpions. And now actually before I got ambushed by rad scorpions, I got attacked by death claws, and that's just because of the mods I have installed, I believe, and my current level, which yeah is ludicrously high at this point. But at the same time, the mods I have installed make it so that I have a much harder time fighting back and it making things easy. It wouldn't seem like it based on that behemoth fight, but I mean, look at me. I've got literally 5 other suits of power armor here, and the Patriot's equipped with a Gatling laser pre-installed. 2 of my power armors are equipped with Gauss rifles, another one's equipped with a sniper. I don't remember what Piper's got. And then we got the dog bots and dog meat. But yeah, this is the R&D lab. As you can see, it's got an actual relay signal tower here. And the pre-war flag billowing in the wind. Now this is an excellent player home. The interior is in basically perfect condition. It's got everything you could possibly need. All of the lore you need that ties into it is located here in the terminal, and I believe in the Project Freedom Terminal, which is what Patriot's called, as well as something hidden in the safe. As you can see, it comes with a workshop, so you can do some customization here. This terminal is just here. I know it's just like the terminal that you can create with the workshop, but I've not really found anything you can do with it. Fortunately, you do get a power armor station. Now mine looks this way because of a mod I have that makes it look like the one from the trailer and from the load screen. Works really well with the T series of power armors for the most part, minus the 51. But it came with the chem station pre-installed, it came with the workbench pre-installed. Didn't come with an armor workbench though, which is disappointing. But it comes with loads of sugar bombs, pork and beans, crisps, and water. Each of these duffels has a randomly generated weapon. Each first aid kit has randomly generated supplies, and same goes for the ammo, which makes this a highly useful area for getting restocked in the Glowing Sea as well as getting rest. It's fairly spacious, which is good, and since it has all these bunks pre-installed, that's plenty of space for any companions you might want to keep out here. Fair note, the power armors are just AI autopiloted. They do not have any dialogue you can exchange with them. All you can do is open up their inventory tree. However, by doing so, you can change what armor loadout they have, as well as their weapon loadout at any time. Same with the Patriot. So I could easily swap its current scheme out with one of my power armors without any real issue. Speaking of, several of my power armors that I have are located such as one of my Midwestern Brotherhood armors, and another one you're going to see, are actually located at and actually I believe it's the Doom BFG gun that I found this way is located at a red rocket in the Glowing Sea northwest of this cave. There's 2 different caves, and I thought they tied into each other. I was wrong. But it's located like in this general area. I don't know why they all randomly generate there, but if you get like several of the same ones, it does make find them a little easier, I think, to some degree. I don't know. I've always gone there like intermittently between finding them, so I don't know if they interfere with one another or not. But as you know me, 90% of my power armor is kept at one of two locations. Sanctuary Hills and the Boston Airport ruins. Since I am an avid supporter of the Brotherhood of Steel, ad Victoriam, Semper Invicta. And yes, I know there's a lot of negative connotations depending on which chapter and which elder you're dealing with. And I understand that. I respect that not everybody wants to join the Brotherhood, and I respect that there is a little concern over xenophobia within the Brotherhood. In the case of the Brotherhood, it's like genuine xenophobia, not just like an issue with people of other ethnicities or religious beliefs. It's legitimate xenophobia. Anything non-human, or that is artificially human. So synths, ghouls, and super mutants, primarily. Regardless if they still have their faculties, they're not along much in the same capacity as, say, the Enclave, because the Midwestern Brotherhood and even the Chicago Brotherhood, or rather the Northeastern Brotherhood, have, or Mideastern Brotherhood, I'm not really sure what you call that one, have incorporated ghouls and super mutants. Now, I realize Todd Howard has said that he personally considers Fallout Tactics and Fallout Brotherhood of Steel non-canon. I disagree. I respectfully disagree. Alright, going here, of course, you can see all the Gundam-themed power armors. These are definitely lore-breaking, but I am a huge Gundam fan. I love the original Gundam. I loved 8th MS Team. And I especially loved Mobile Fighter G Gundam and Gundam Wing. Those are like my four favorite incarnations of the Gundam franchise. That one's not really special. There was another gem that had, another frame that had some gem parts on it that's just not there anymore. Moved it. I had to move that one for other reasons. You can see this one looks very similar to the one I'm wearing, just doesn't have the legendary stuff on it. As you can see, we got a Onyx T51, since there's not a Brotherhood skin for it, which is disappointing, but it's understandable. I painted it with the Onyx one scheme from the Creation Club in order to make it match. Right here, this is going to be huge for any New Vegas fans. This is the Scorched Sierra T45 power armor, modeled similarly to the Scorched Sierra T45 NCR salvaged power armor from Fallout New Vegas, should you choose to redirect the missiles Ulysses fires toward the NCR base instead of to the Legion, or if you decide to do both of them. It is epic. There's two versions. You can actually paint any T45 with the Sierra color scheme. This one is actually found, and I'll show you where to find it. It's not a new area. It's not a marked location. I didn't even get an option to say, go find it here. I had the same thing with the T49 of the Storyteller here, where it was an unmarked location. I actually had to look up where it was to find it. This one, I looked at the images just on the site. I didn't even look up directions. And I was able to ascertain just from the still shot of the armor where it was at. It's not a big secret or nothing. But over here across from it, Fallout 3 fans, you're going to love this. This is the Lion's Pride power armor scheme. You can apply this to T45 and T60 ones. I believe it looks different depending on which one you're doing. And if that's a T45 over here, I can show you it is. Awesome. Gotta get out of my own power armor here in order to check it. Anybody walks off with it, they're toast. Interesting note, these Nexus mod color schemes, they'll list them here in the paint slot, but after they're repainted, they don't have a specific naming scheme for the painting. And hold on, trying to find it here. Can't find it.
Hard to believe a place this vast was essentially a glorified buster.
Huh. I actually don't remember what it's called. And again, they don't name them directly. And I thought it was for T45s. I guess it may be a T60 exclusive. If so, that's a... well, inconvenient, not really so much annoying. But it makes sense when you stop and think about it, because this would probably be what, like, the base Brotherhood would have worn in the Capital Wasteland. That's why I love it. It's got the Lion's Pride insignia. Moving over here, this is another personal favorite. This is not, in fact, the Patriotic Power Armor, which as of this recording is currently on sale for 100 credits, which is fairly cheap. This is the one of the Captain America paint scheme ones. It looks different slightly depending on if you're putting it on a T45, T60, or T51. As you can tell, this is the T60 one. And this is the scheme I was considering putting on the Patriot, since it would have made perfect sense. But I have a T51 stored elsewhere that I may do instead. It looks really nice. It's got the classic Captain America scheme to it. Really symbolic, really patriotic, and it just looks fantastic. Behind it, however, you're going to, DC Comics fans, eat your hearts out. This actually was not a separate mod. I thought this was a mod that I didn't remember downloading. It's not. It's actually part of this. It's part of the Lion's Pride one. I don't know why. But this is the Commonwealth Knight. It's designed similar to the Midwestern Power Armor. This is the Mark II version, which is a new mod I installed. You can see the previous version right here. And they look absolutely amazing. And yeah, it looks just like another version of it. This is like the Midwestern equivalent of the Hellfire armor. A lot of the same apparent schemes are there. It looks really epic. Even though it's got the Batman logo on it, this isn't part of a Batman mod. But everything about it is fantastic. The color scheme's perfect for the Brotherhood. It looks like a hybridization between the Midwestern armor and the Storyteller's T49. I've really considered walking around in it, but I geek out a little too much. And speaking of the Hellfires, you've seen the Hellfire, the Nexus mod version, and the official Creation Club version. I actually don't remember which is which. I know there's a telltale sign between the two of them. I can't tell the difference aside from one being matte. As you can see here is the standard XO2, which I mentioned before in a lore myths and theories video, as well as on my DeviantArt account, that I always theorized that the Enclave, while transitioning east, used the blueprints for what was the Midwestern's power armor to craft their XO2, hybridizing the Midwestern and the XO1 to create the XO2. And I almost thought that maybe the Midwestern was really the predecessor, the real XO2, and the Enclave made some modifications to it. I don't know, but it's really interesting. This, however, if you get the Sentinel mod, you actually get a similar paint scheme as this. And again, it's only for T45s. This is a separate Nexus mods Outcast scheme. Does the same thing. True to Fallout 3, and as a member of the Brotherhood, you gotta have the Outcasts some way, somehow, if you're going to properly show respect. And I never noticed this in Fallout 3, but they even have the Outcast insignia branded on the pauldron. That is an awesome attention to detail. Just like the Enclave paint scheme for the CCOOF. And I love the Brotherhood scheme for the CCOOF. Like, I'm a power armor guy, I always have been. I get power armor whenever plausible to do so. I honestly wish it would let me create mechanical power armor frames in the robot workbench to have like mechanized power armor that just roam my facilities. We're going to do a little more exploring here soon, like actual combat of exploring. We're probably going to go to Nuke World to do it, or maybe Far Harbor. We've done a little bit in both. I'm not really sure which would be cooler. But we're going to go back to Sanctuary just so I can show the T51 version. I don't think there's much difference between the 1645 variants. I mean, they're basically the same armor with very minor adjustments. But I do want to show the Captain America T51. It looks awesome. Very similar, I think, to the Patriotic version. And I don't know if it's applicable for the XO1. I've not tried the XO1 to see. May do that before it's all said and done. I got one right there that we can tinker with. Got a couple of them we can tinker with, to be honest about it. Including our quantum one that we're not going to mess with perfection. Yeah, here it is. Here's the T51 Captain America one. I love it. Like I said, this one I think is closer to the actual patriotic tricentennial power armor scheme, which if you pre-ordered Fallout 4, Fallout 76, I think you get it when the game unlocks. And it's also similar to the patriotic power armor for Creation Club, and I think it's based off the same style. Really nice, really brilliant. The standard Captain America chest, but beautiful Old Glory pauldrons. The scheme is just very nice, beautiful coloration. And I like how they keep the helmet for the T51 white, but they add the blue accents to it. It just really keeps it true to the classic T51 look. And yeah, that right there is the reason I color coordinated the Patriot and Piper, to make it easy to tell them at a distance. I made the mistake of having Piper with a red one once before, and it made it real hard to figure out who was who. I thought about customizing the ones for the mech suits too, but I never did. But anywho, I've never really done any new things in Nuka World or Far Harbor. You know, let's go to Far Harbor. I've not been to Far Harbor in a while. I think it'd be cool just to explore a little bit, see if maybe we find something we didn't see before. I know allegedly there are like places that would normally be outside the map in the ocean area of both Far Harbor and the Commonwealth that has cool stuff in it, like power armor frames and ammunition boxes and stuff. I've never had luck finding it. I can never see in the water well enough, and I don't know how to turn the water off. We're at 45 minutes here. Let's do something crazy. Let's do something cool. Fun. You know, fun. We've met fun. And, oh, that's nice. New codex entries. Well, that's already made this place worth exploring. Just new entries automatically make something worth exploring for me. Now, thanks to my one mod, we could literally encounter anything anywhere. Like, we could encounter standard wasteland creatures here. We could encounter Nuka World creatures here. And you've already seen we encountered both DLC's creatures in the main wasteland, so anything's fair game at this point. You know, that's not true. I think I actually did do some minor modifications to some place. It is a possible settlement location. But without fast traveling there, I don't know how to get there. And I kind of wanted to avoid fast traveling if possible, just to spend more time exploring, doing interesting things, or relatively interesting things, like exploring a red rocket I did not remember being here. It's not saying I didn't know it was here before, I Just, it's been so long since I've been in... Oh no. Where'd it go?
Hey, got a second? Hey.
Hold on. The mod I have for my armor, my companions, is supposed to... crap. Did not work on the ammo. Either that or I forgot to give them ammo. I went one too far over. But yeah, it's actually supposed to give them infinite ammo too. Doesn't seem like it actually did, but that's okay. I got plenty to spare, and just to be on the safe side here. There.
Hey there. Hey. Excuse me. Hey.
Let me make sure these guys got out ammo. He, in fact, does. He still has the same amount I gave him before. So I think I just forgot to give him ammo. I don't know why I'm calling it a him. It's an it. Unlike Patriot, it doesn't have a gender-specific audio frequency. It doesn't even have the ability to talk. Alright. We're going to go up here to the National Park Visitor Center. Like I said, I made some adjustments to a settlement facility here. It wasn't any of the ones I've shown off before. I mean, we came here before because it was listed. We just hadn't done anything to it really. Except for during the quest where we had to, you know, save the guy. You didn't really see that because I did it before I started recording the things. You'll probably see us go through it again as we get that to the DLC in Holstein. Yeah, I call that one the Lumberjack. For obvious reasons. Yeah, we've made a few minor adjustments. We put some robo guards here. That one fell through the floor. The ones with the treads always do. It is the strangest thing. Ooh, what do we have? There is Nuka-Cola and a Vim machine. I have no explanation for that. That is just one of the odd, just odd for new, weird. It just makes no sense. But yeah, we put the robos here that basically act as guards in case ghouls or anything else show up. And during construction, they actually did. Wasn't really ghouls. It was, I believe, Yaogwai. Just randomly attacked out of nowhere. We've not really done much, if anything, here, honestly, other than add some, you know, spots so that our robots can help keep an eye on things, as well as a few extra turrets around the perimeter, and of course give them some crops so they could be self-sufficient. Yeah, we've really not done anything here. How? Wait, am I facing the right way? Aha. I think there's supposed to be a path here. There is. It's just... Jeez. Was not expecting the wolves. A Yaogwai ghoul. That was truly unexpected. I've heard of them. I heard they were possible, but I've never seen one before. And there's always been theories going way back that Yaogwai in general were ghoulified bears who somehow retain the ability to procreate. But that is literally the first time I've ever encountered a Yaogwai ghoul. So neat. Anytime we discover something we've never discovered before, that's always a bonus. Especially when you, the viewer, get to experience it with us. Well, technically you're experiencing it secondhand with us. Because I've not figured out how to live stream these things. Alright, if we cut straight across, we can get to... And I know I've been on the outside, I've never been on the inside. So that's always cool. I have not swapped weapons yet. Protect me, Squire! Little cross continuity there with our Borderlands playthrough. There were super mutants last time I came through here when I discovered location. I don't think I actually fought the super mutants because at the time I wasn't using mods and I did not have the weapons, gear, or ammo necessary to defend myself against them. You can definitely tell the super mutants have been here. They've set up defenses. And I may have went ahead and defeated them all. I didn't have the... And no, I did not. Okay, that... Ooh, we get this mysterious stranger. Really? Are those the only two I actually left alive on the outside? Huh. At the moment, I'm very glad I've got all these companions. Ooh! He was just aiming. It's almost like he wanted to die. That's... The effects of critical depression on super mutants. That is not a research study I want to get involved in. Okay, since I have literally never been in here before, let's swap out to my baby. Ooh, I have never unlocked this door either, so this isn't really going to be interesting. For the first time ever, I present to you the day spa of Aldersea. Hopefully this won't be much longer. This is already at 54 minutes. And Your mistake. You called my dog stupid.
All enemies have been eliminated.
You are a dang dirty liar. Not all enemies have been eliminated. Some of these enemies are still on the grounds. They are still here. We have to find them. Quick, get to the chopper. Sorry. Couldn't help myself. Okay. Let's open up the safe. There we go.
Nice.
Alright. Nice little assortment of things. Always need those technical documents. Those guys literally died waiting for their appointment. Those ladies literally died on the job. That is... And he died just getting a drink of water. Oy. Alright, now that is just disturbing. They have... I mean, that is just full of blood, man. That is... I mean, that is like one of the most disturbing sights I've seen. And I've seen a lot of crazy stuff here. The guy with the key is on... That makes no sense. And the sauna. They died naked. Well... At least they have an excuse for just being naked skeletons. Unlike a lot of other skeletons we find in Fallout 4. Yeah, this is gross. Why am I doing... I thought I saw something, but... I don't feel... It feels wrong. I literally just waded through... a puddle of human remains. Just gross. Huh. I never realized there was actually a bathrobe in this game. Well, let's have some actual meat from other creatures in here too, but... Alright, well, that was interesting. Sort of. Well, now where can we go? Straight across here, why not? No dog meat, you cannot keep it. Every time they say you can keep a pet, keep a little rad chipmunk, or something along those lines, one of two things happens. They start randomly singing out pop tunes that nobody likes, and horribly high-pitched voices that nobody can stand, or you eat them. Except for the one occasion where you put one in my slipper, and that was just disgusting. Okay, yeah, trappers. I'm not really sure what the storyteller could possibly have to say about the trappers. We may listen. Probably not right now, but we might. Yep, nothing here. There's an oceanarium. Well, why not? May as well hit the road and see where we come out. So there's a tannery ahead of us. I don't want to go there. It says we've been there, but I don't remember ever... Oh, yeah, I remember now. Don't remember... Well, it doesn't appear to be anything in that building anyway. Ooh, Pulaski Preservation Shelter. Didn't know that was here. I hate mannequins. Alrighty, we got some old dilapidated structure here. Let's see what we got. If anything. Is there anything in... There's a wall that I keep hitting. In my experience, most times where there's one, there's usually more, with few exceptions. And looks like we got lucky, and this is one of those few exceptions. Woo! Alright, and just a random pier for no reason. You know what, it probably wasn't for no reason. I couldn't ever see the tide getting up high enough for you to need it that high up, though. I could be wrong. I mean, I don't understand the way the current works in the northeastern United States or anything like that, so... Man, there's like nothing left of that building. Got one over here, though. Well, we know where the road's at. We just turn around and go straight back, so... What we got? A Vim sign in front of someone's house. At least I'm assuming it's a house. It probably isn't. Oh no, I believe we are at a... Sorry. You literally ran in front of me. So... But no, this is, I think, a rest stop. Yeah, I think that's what this is. This is one of those little, like, rest stop areas where you like, park and come in for the night or get tourist information. The storms brought up... Nope, that was suspended in here. The ceiling collapsed. This was probably... Yeah, this was probably like a little mini museum to like build up. No, we're in the oceanarium, okay. This probably highlighted the fishing industry and a lot of the natural sea life that was native to the area. We just cut across the road and didn't even know it. On that note, where the heck? There it is. I was like, I can't even find the road. And I have surprisingly seen a lack of gulpers, anglers, or anything else for that matter. I'm in no hurry to see hermit crabs, though I hate those stinking things. That one might not actually be one, but that's the kind of thing they live in. Yep, they punked me. Very successfully. Yeah, I'm sorry this isn't as exciting as maybe some of the last entries. Whoa, what we got here? Oh, I think I came across my own settlement. I did. That's good. I think I did make a few minor changes here to make it more efficient. But this is good. This means we have a spot where we can kind of rest a second. I don't think I ever set up a power armor station. I screwed up if I did not. These the dog bots seem to have placed all of their heads. Yeah. Ooh. There's a spot I don't think I've been to before. Placing a marker right here. Let's go see. Let's go, Johnny, go, go. Go, Johnny. I saw a blip. Die! Die! Die, you demon spawn crustacean! Do I spot super mutants? Where'd the other one go? Hey, you killed my tackling dummy. Now we gotta find another one. Ooh, I don't think so, 117. No one gave you permission to go into off mode, and where's there an angler? Where is Dalton Farm at? Ay. Oh. I can fix that easy. I think my own defense is malfunctioned. Now, these things. Wait, I have to fix these things? Oh, that's not the condenser. then where's the condensers? I'm actually not joking. Where are the dang condensers? I can't fix them if I can't find them. God, did everything just decide to attack at once? Oy. Well, at least that spiced things up a little bit. Thank God I was already out this way.
Thanks, Mainlander.
Nothing good comes out of the fog.
You're right about that. Well, glad that's over.
Please tell me the wrong. Gosh darn it. Again. It never ends, man. It never ends. Like, I've literally never seen an irradiated Yagua before. They are awesome looking. Okay, let's try that again. I have never seen a single settlement hit that hard before. Like, literally anything and everything that could hit this place hit it all at once.
Just wanted to trade a few things.
An eye on the fog.
Just, whew.
I just noticed that some of the fog condensers are on the fritz. We've got to get them fixed. Pronto. Or we're going to be swarmed by the island's creatures.
How do we fix them?
Probably just broken wiring. A little spot welding is usually all it takes.
I'll help you repair them.
Sounds good. We work together and get them fixed faster.
Alright, thankfully for us, I have this place well defended. And, like, especially considering the fact that oh, this is going to be slow and tedious, isn't it? I mean, I've never had to repair these things before. I didn't even know they needed repairing. This is a whole new level of concerns for out here. Kind of makes me wonder why on earth I would want to settle out here. Why would anyone even want to settle out here? You know, aside from the natives who've, you know, gotten used to it. Thankfully, we got our AI power armor units to help in the event of creatures showing up. I mean, this one's got hit hugely hard. I've never seen anywhere, you know, even when we first arrived, Far Harbor, main city, never didn't get hit that hard. This place just got hit like a wrecking ball. And to borrow from like Monty Python and the Holy Grail, this is literally like somebody showed up randomly and spat on you and started off with, "Your mother was a hamster and your father smells of elderberries." I cannot do the accent. Not very well.
A lot worse. Thanks for the help. You should be safe enough with the fog condensers on.
Okay, hopefully we do not have to do that many more times while we're out here. If so, those settlements are probably just flat out screwed. We are at an hour and 16 minutes, but I am determined to get to that spot that I got marked to see what the heck it is, if it's anything. I mean, there are places I've not explored yet, places I want to see, things I want to do. That's a cool sign. I think there's a poster for that at the Red Rocket in Nuka World. That's exclusive to that Red Rocket for some reason. Alrighty. Man. It is weird how some houses get hit like ridiculously hard in other places. And just like, oh hey man, looks like it sucks to be you. Is a toilet. This is what they call the rest stop. The rest stop for the damned. What is hurting my... Die on angular swoop. You spit on me, you. Whoa, what is with the frame rate drop all of a sudden? Well, I've got to repair this unit. I will do that off screen. So we're getting closer. And it is a residence that is about falling off the map, literally. Ooh, but we got crates. Loot crates. It would be very fitting if Loot Crate started sponsoring Fallout and Elder Scrolls games. We got company! Uh-oh. That was not the... Oh, that was not the grenade I thought it was. Huh. It's a rate of fire range. Accuracy. Value. Wait. There we go. Back to normal. Plasma grenades, yes. with that? Really?
It's normal for other journalists.
That always happens with the final judgment. It's like consistent with it. Really? They'll be unable to land there? I call bull crap. My last pilot landed through a bridge, not on the bridge. I find your excuse to be baloney. Huh. I am not familiar with anything I am looking at right here. Oh yeah, I am. Yeah, I am, yeah, I am, yeah, I am. I got all turned around. Well, since we're at almost an hour and a half, we better call this video quits soon. Dang, I was hoping to land on that. We are exploring the bottom of the deep blue sea in the irradiated waters of Far Harbor. The aquatic life here is adapted to survive the harsh climates of these highly irradiated waters. In the dense, psychosomatic inducing fog that permeates the island. Yep. I wish there was a thing, like a perk that let you move faster in water when you're wearing power armor. Instead of moving like an old-fashioned diver. I complained about not seeing gulpers. I've got to see gulpers. Ask and ye shall receive. Oh. Be very, very quiet. I'm hunting gulpers. But
Stop right there.
I'm having me some gulpa jerky. Now I know I unlocked this door before.
Yes.
Unless they just relock over time. And they might, I have no idea.
Nice.
Oh. Worth it though. And for those who aren't aware, that's how gulpers do. And that's why they're called gulpers. They wait till you walk underneath them, and then they drop down on top. Usually mouth agape. So they swallow you in one nasty gulp. Not a pleasant way to die. Well, seeing as how I honestly don't feel like crossing the water the hard way, Let us return to the Commonwealth where it's dry and, you know, not soggy. So we can finish this video out. I know today's video hasn't been the most entertaining or insightful. Actually, hold on a sec. I want to check some real quick while I'm right here. Because I don't recall if the girl ever came home or not. I just want to...
Thank you so much.
Yep,
As soon
she's
as
home.
And I'll make sure Kenji gives you some space to breathe.
That is good. I just wanted to make sure that I never thought to check before. Insane Asylum. Lynn Woods. I don't remember Lynn Woods. Yeah, sorry for any ambient background noise, everyone. We'll try and finish this out. This video is already going to be way longer than intended. Oh, now I remember the tower. Right, this was a raider base, and then I activated the alarm, and then there was death claws. Good times to be had. Yeah, I know there's that. I've been in there, but I'm wanting to see what this little, probably just a roundabout thing for, you know, the parking lot. What is that in the distance, actually? The slog? Really? That I'm seeing in the distance is the slog? Good gravy. Huh. I guess it was the insane asylum. I just didn't remember it. Yeah, there's a lot of these areas we'll cover again in time. But it'll be a fresh take on it because it'll be from the Holstein video series. Dang it. I bet that was cool from outside the water. Can't believe that's the slog I could see from a distance. That is not entirely true. Now it is true. What is over here? And
Leave no survivor.
okay. Okay, that is weird. I think I know what is causing that. There was a glitch in my playthrough where at one point where I actually had Paladin Dance. With me again. Problem is he's not.
As long as there is power in my body, America will never die.
That's very annoying. I'm gonna have to reload a much earlier save because of that. Well, there's some things I'll miss out on as a result. But honestly, I'm okay with that. To a point, you know, it just means a little more work for me. Unless, hold on. I think there's a command that dismisses all companions. Give me a sec. I gotta look this up real quick because this is just annoying. Let's see here. Yeah, if anybody who knows any tricks out there for dealing with situations like this, please let me know. I thought by disabling him, it would go smoothly enough. I even tried talking to the real Dance, because he was talking to me in the same way, and not working. I can probably look it up in my Vault Controller survival guide fairly easy, but I don't like trying to hold it and then flip through it and all that all at the same time, and my memory's not all that great. Let's see here. We're going to save some trouble here. We're going to reload, and I'm going to see if I can enable it. The problem I actually have is because this is a glitch dance that occurred when I was tinkering with console commands. It is a duplicate dance. This is the dance. Wait a minute. No, that makes no sense, because I actually tested that and had no issues. So I don't know why the Brotherhood was just attacking me just now. I have no idea why. Huh. That is very odd. And I think we got an endless load screen here, and that seems to be the case. Thanks for tuning in to the Moonshadow Mystery channel, everybody. Sorry that today's video was the way it is. If you liked today's video, let me know in the comment section down below what you liked about it. If you didn't, let me know what you didn't like about it. Okay, it fully finished. That's okay. We're still probably going to end this. If you liked today's video, show us your love with a high 5 on that like button. If you didn't, Applebuck the dislike button. I am honestly not sure why the Brotherhood started attacking us. It makes no sense that they would. I am going to load back a little bit further. Because it may have to do, it actually may have to do with where we threw that vertibird grenade in. So I'm going to go a little bit further back. But anyway, if you liked today's video, high 5 the like, Applebuck the dislike if you didn't like it. As always, if you're new to the channel and not sure what you think of us just yet, click my name above the video description down below and go see what else we have to offer. If you're a return viewer and think you're ready to take the dive and join our rainbow-eyed hive, tap that subscriber button and don't forget to ring-a-ding-ding that notification bell icon. As always, stay tuned to the end credits or check the video description down below for other ways that you can be involved listed here on the channel. If you have fan art you'd like to submit either of myself and my OCs or of any of the content provided here on the channel, do so to the links in the description or the end credits. Be sure to include a link to the original, a name we can associate it with, and to properly accredit the source material. As always, our Patreon supporters, whenever we finally start getting any, your names will be featured in the credits of future videos for being Patreon supporters of the month. And you can check the video description. Well, not really the video description. You can go over to Patreon, or you can check the end credits for what you can currently get for being a Patreon supporter. There's not really much just yet, however. If you have suggestions for Patreon rewards, feel free to submit them. I would love to hear what you think we should do for our supporters. I do have some ideas for future merchandise, and you can check those out over on the DeviantArt page. Sorry for hopping around like this. I am just trying to get all this sorted out, taken care of. Fiddle-dee-dee, fiddle-dee-da. You know the shtick. I actually am going to take a quick moment here to go directly to the Pridwin. See if we get attacked right off or not. Hopefully not. I just want to make sure that there's nothing going on here. You know, make sure there's nothing screwy going on. And yeah, that is weird. For some reason they are attacking us outright. I'm not really sure why they're doing that.
As long as there is power in my body.
Yeah, that should not be happening. Hold on, everyone. I'm going to go a little bit further back because I was not having this problem prior to today's video. And I may have to edit some stuff out. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. Have a great rest of your day, a great rest of your week, and a great weekend ahead depending on when you get around to seeing today's video. As always, thank you to all of our current subscribers and supporters. Thank you to all those who are following us on Twitter and who are currently part of our official Facebook group, the Rainbow Eyed Hive, as well as anyone who are following us on DA. Your feedback is very much appreciated, and I enjoy hearing what you suggest and think of our content here on the channel. That is really all the time we have. Take care. Remember, don't go changing for anyone but yourselves, and we'll see you right back here. Same Changeling time, same Changeling channel for the next exciting video. And before we sign off, if anyone out there has any suggestions for console command fixes or anything like that for the issues we're experiencing in today's video, let me know in the comments down below, please, and thank you. We'll see you next time as we get out of the hay and into the fray with new content.